everybody.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
Back.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The lion. Here. The lion. New man looks in so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's Talk Football.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Sean Spencer, one half of that dynamic duo that's Let's Talk Football. And as I talked about earlier in the preview video, it's Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a good one. For some of you, I know it's extra special, but I'm here with my guys. I'm here with the guys that are here week in, week out, giving it back to me just as much as I'm giving it to them, talking about the team that we absolutely love, our Washington football team. And you see who the guy is over here. You see who the guy is, straight out of South Carolina. Sticky, it's hot. The Dub-K, South Carolina's head play. Will Kramer is in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the man that's under me, if you look at him, you think he's always hot. Because he's a shirtless wonder, baby boy. Yes, sir. Mr. Moist in the building. American Moist wanted. Yes, sir. Let's get it. And you know the name, baby. It's Double Deuce on Loose, Sean Spencer, baby. And we are here, Washington Football Weekly. So glad you were able to join us on this beautiful Wednesday. Hope it is good for you, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know if y'all know. I know you see the background. Football is back, ladies and gentlemen. Football is back. Next Thursday's the Hall of Fame game and the Hall of Fame inductions and all those great things. Preseason starts the 14th. Man, I'm hyped. Gentlemen, I am hyped. This is it. How y'all feel, man? Well, what's up, man? What's up, guys?
Okay.
I'll
go first. All right. I'm really excited. Like, I'm so excited. I'll watch a game between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's how excited I am. You know what I'm saying? I'll watch one of those games, and not even the decent players that they got. It'll be like their third stringers and everybody trying to grab a spot. But those players always play the hungriest. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Will, what you thinking, man?
You know why you're gonna watch, because Dwayne Haskins is gonna be playing next week. That's why you're gonna tune in.
I didn't even calculate that yet. I didn't even calculate that, but yes, I'm gonna watch my boy Dwayne Haskins. So yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I said training camp was 2 weeks away last week. I didn't even realize that I had my dates in July messed up. I didn't realize we're already here. I mean, it is time for the Washington Football Redskins to make our run to the Super Bowl. Here we go.
Yep. Let's get it. Let's get it. I cannot wait, ladies and gentlemen. The time is now. We saw interviews that they did with our main man, Mr. Fitzpatrick. We're going to see one a little bit later, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hyped. He wants to be here. He's hyped. Year 17. Let's go. Let's go. But, hey, you know how we start the show, ladies and gentlemen. Got to show love. Got to give some shout-outs, some birthday shout-outs. Got to shout out first and foremost, Ashley Simone. Yay. Yo, daughter of one of my close friends, close teacher of mine, Shemaine Henderson. Her daughter, I've seen her grow up from a little tyke all the way up to being 17, about to go to college. Yo, shout you out. Happy birthday. Hope you have the best day possible. And another birthday, gentlemen, you also know this girl, my old next door neighbor, Jen Allen. Happy birthday, babe. Hey, and as you know, I know I haven't called you. I know I didn't hit you up, but that's because when I got a platform like this, I got to use it. And as per our tradition, every single year, I sing you a happy birthday. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to you.
Happy
birthday to you.
Why I gotta make
happy
it weird?
Birthday to you.
making it
Happy
so weird.
birthday,
Serenading.
Legion. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. Yes. That's what I do every year. Man, get out of here. Don't worry about if I make it weird. Let's go.
Stop
I'm
making it
comfortable
weird.
right now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yo. Y'all, y'all ain't with me. Let's go. Yo, but happy birthday to you, Jed, man. I know everything's been kind of going on with you. We talked beforehand. We're trying to figure out about your dad, Bo. Hopefully everything is still okay with him and he's still holding on. But we hope the best for him. We hope the best for you. I know it's summer, so enjoy your time. Getting back to school soon. No, you ain't looking forward to that. But hey, I get it. But yo, moving on. Like we said, hey, training camp has
real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. I need to shout out my man's Brandon Spalletta. I just found out before the show. So we talked about Brandon before. You know him, Sean. Will, you know him? No? Okay. Brandon Spalletta, a real good friend of mine. I actually we were on the same wrestling team in high school together. You know what I'm saying? So we go back like singlets and Eric. We go back that far, you know what I mean?
Okay.
All right. So I mean, I have good stories. That's for another day between me and Brandon. But I just found out before the show that one of his friends actually passed away. And I really want to give my condolences to this man because, like I said, Brandon is a good friend of mine. And I mean, you're good friends with somebody when you don't start off well, but you end up well. You know what I'm saying? And that's that was me and Brandon's story. And I appreciate this man for being that person in my life, being one of those people in my life. But he lost someone really close to him. I don't want to say his name because I you know what I'm saying, I'm not sure if it's out there like that. All right. So, but he lost someone close to him. And honestly, Brandon, you're my dude. I love you. Prayers to you and his family. And honestly, anything I'm here, shout me out, and we'll cry it out myself together, man. Okay. So shout outs to Brandon Spalletta and his friend and their family, his friend and the family that they lost him with. Excuse me.
So yeah, definitely shout out to Brandon Spalletta and all those that were close to said person. Actually, if you notice, we are missing somebody. He actually was also close to said person. He actually hit me up and he's taking it hard himself. So Mr. Moral Sport won't be with us. He's dealing with that. Hey, to everybody that's dealing with it, man, we send our love. Like Ab said, man, we're here if you need some. So, RIP. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on. Will, I'm coming to you. Training camp has begun in Richmond. Nice hot weather. Fans are back. What are you thinking?
It's exciting. Last year's training camp was weird. I mean, it's wonderful to be back in Richmond. I think it's the last year that they're going to be in Richmond. Fans get to come out and watch the team. Much more interaction, much more hype. I saw pictures or a video of McLaurin catching with the toe drag, and the crowd went nuts. So it's fun. This is what makes you feel like football's back. You get to see training camp. We get to hype over these guys who are going to be third string that we think are going to be future stars. Like, this is what makes this fun.
I love it. I could not have waited any longer. I'm so excited. And Ab, they all came back. All the guys came back. They look good, Ab. But I know it's just practice. But I'm excited, Ab.
It's just practice. Like, let's not get carried away.
Right.
I'm carried away. But I'm excited too. I am too. Like, honestly, to me, training camp, this is like real practice, you know what I mean? So, like, we gotta just come out of it without any injuries. Dallas, their homeboy actually just got an injury again.
I heard about that.
Who's
Dak
this?
had a little sprained shoulder, yeah. Starting early. Let's get it.
Already.
Got two spots to go to, the shoulder or the ankle. Let's go.
So I don't wish no harm on anybody, but like I've been telling you guys this whole time, we just need to get through healthy. Like that's all I give a damn about is just getting through this time healthy, because we potentially have a great team. Like honestly, and I'm being as unbiased as I could possibly be right now. I'm trying to tell you guys. I'm trying, man. We might be a Super Bowl team, baby.
Woo!
We might be. And that's my unbiased opinion.
Hold up.
Completely
hold
unbiased.
up. Look, I gotta do it, man. Where is it? Hold up.
That make me crazy.
Did that make him crazy, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my goodness.
It's a hot take.
Let's go. I believe. Hey, you see what's in the background? The last championship we celebrated. Yes, sir.
I'm
yes,
okay
sir.
with it. I'll be crazy. I'll be crazy, but no, mark my words. I was also crazy when I said we should have signed Terry early, right? I was also crazy when I said we should have signed Logan Thomas early, right? Just saying. I'm just saying. Your boy knows knows a little bit, okay?
Come on now.
Letting you know.
Yo, shout out to Nate watching. What's up, y'all? Shout out to Cameron. What's going on, Cameron? Cameron said Super Bowl. Said stay off that weed. Stay off that good stuff.
Is that Cameron?
Hey, yeah, that's Cameron. It might happen, baby.
Who's his team?
Huh? He's with us. He's Washington. He's Washington.
Well, stay up nosebleeds then, okay? We don't need no fans like contaminating our team, all right?
That's right.
Get your ass back up there, okay?
That is right. Yo, hey, like you said, man, we know it's practice. But look, us guys that have been doing this since February, and ladies and gentlemen, let me shout out these two guys, man. Every Wednesday since February, when people were telling me I don't want to talk about football, I don't want to think about football, these two gentlemen have been there week in and week out. Yo, I love you guys because this is what it's all about. It's for right now. It's for this right now. We're getting to the good stuff.
Yes, sir.
I'm so hyped. I'm so ready.
Sir. Football is year round for me.
Exactly. Same here. Same here. So, yo, guys, as we've seen, and I'm actually bring up this interview real quick. It's just practice, but there's so many guys out there. We've talked about Terry McLaurin, my boy Fitz, Montez Sweat and Chase Young and Matt Ioannidis. Man, who are you guys excited about? Before I even ask you, and Adam, I'm gonna come to you first. Before I ask you, I gotta show y'all who I'm excited about. Since we picked him up, I've been hyped about it, and I know you guys know who I'm talking about. My man.
Y'all can't fly under the radar at this point because so many people are saying y'all are flying under the radar.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Let's go, Fitz.
Wait a minute, Fitz. We know what he could do. That defense. It's scary. You mentioned Scary Terry. You got some weapons. Some high expectations around this team. You feel that?
De'Ami Brown.
Yeah, there you go. And he was an impressive guy in the offseason. But every year is such a crapshoot. I mean, there's expectations every year. You're either gonna, fall below them or exceed them. But I think for us as a team, just understanding who we are and what we're trying to accomplish, getting everybody on the same page, pushing in the same direction. That's it.
Woo-wee. Oh, I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm excited about is that man, Ryan Fitzpatrick. You know why I'm excited about him? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I believe he's got the toys. He's got the weapons to play with. Ab, you talked about it. If we stay healthy, oh my goodness. We just re-signed Logan Thomas, who was our stud from a year ago. We got the 3 wide receiver set. We got the running game. Let's go. I feel like he's going to have a field day. He's going to have a field day. He's just going to, who do I want to throw to today? And he's not these guys that are dinking and dunking. He's going to take some shots. Oh, baby. Let's go. Ab, who you got, man? Who are you excited about?
So I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm about to cheat right here. You know what I'm saying? I know you're saying who, that means one, but I can't just do one, man. I can't just do one. So I got to cheat. Okay.
Yeah, come on
So
now.
I'm gonna tell you who I'm excited for. The offense. I'm excited about seeing this offense play. I mean, we haven't had a sure thing not sure thing, confidence in quarterback since Alex Smith, but prior to his leg being broken.
Yeah.
And that wasn't even that impressive. And but this right here, like to me, like it's just like I see all the plays like already imagining and in my head. Like it's like this in my head right now.
Right.
And like 10 yards to Thomas, 10 yards to Thomas, and then the defense starts coming in like this, then boom, all the way down the field to Diamond Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Man, stop it, bro. I'm already like you guys don't even like I'm trying to tell you this offense has potential. And if the offensive coordinator can act like honestly, this is the year. Last year, like he did the best he could with what he got in. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. But this year, this is it. This is his calling card. Or else, like, if we don't do well this year, I don't think it's so much on the quarterback. It's more on the offensive coordinator. Because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have all these weapons for nothing. You got to use these things, man. And all these weapons, bro. Oh my gosh. It's going to be dumb. Like I'm trying to tell you, like I can definitely see Logan Thomas top 5 in receptions and yardage this year.
Oh yeah. I like that.
I definitely can see it.
I love that. I absolutely love that. Will, what are you thinking, man? Who's your guy?
So
or offense or defense? Apparently, that's what we're doing now.
I mean, we're gonna go 3 for 3 here. You know, like I have to say, it isn't since Brad Johnson, then Mark Brunell, and then you said it, Alex Smith, that you had this feeling about your starting quarterback. Like he's calm out here. He's in command of the team. He knows what he's doing with training camp. He's taking certain reps to do certain things. Like he's not just out there learning the playbook. You just feel this, like, you just feel it with Fitz, where like, you know what, like he has his ups and downs, but like, well, maybe it's because he hasn't been around a team with as many weapons that we do. You know, maybe this is his chance to really put it together because maybe he doesn't have to create everything. You know, he's got a good running back he can hand the ball off to. He's got the receivers at going deep, going short. We got possession. We got speed guys. We got small guys. We got tall guys. You know, like we finally have a roster. You know, so I mean, I'm with you guys, and also because a little bit of defensively, no one wants to get hurt, like you said. Everyone thinks back to Reuben Foster blowing out his knee in minicamp. You know, so the last thing you want to do is have people get hurt. So from the defensive players to the offensive line, you know, it's like they're going to be trying because they have to, but training camp really can be the time that offense shines a little bit. So that's what I want to see too. I want to see, like you mentioned, Scott Turner, our offense coordinator. I'm really excited to see with all these weapons. What does he do? What does he come up with? What are our formations? I'm excited for his second year as an OC.
Yes, and I love it. The camaraderie. Part of the video we didn't show, we showed that earlier. Actually, in the green screen, he was one of the things that Fitz was saying is that in that locker room, one of the things he loves to do is, you know, start getting close with the receivers, starting to get to know the guys, talking to them and saying, on this play, this is what I'm looking for. Terry, this is where I want you to be. You know, he was saying he was getting to know Logan Thomas. You know, at this route, I want you to turn off this way, and I'll hit you right there. And one of the things he said was that in the locker room, it's young, it's fresh, it's vibrant. You know what I mean? The camaraderie, the team spirit, like it is a good situation, and it's one of what he said, one of his favorite situations. Like he said, it's the best situation he's been in. I am so hyped, but we got to cap this because just like Ab said, our whole goal would be great to see all this nice stuff, but let's get out of training camp. Let's get out of preseason. Let's get to the season healthy. So with that being said, Will, I'm going to come to you. We already have seen coming in today that there are a couple people that aren't playing. Curtis Samuel, who's on the PUP list. Cornelius Lucas on the COVID-19 reserve list. So talk about that. Like, there's a bunch of people, like we talked about, that for one reason or the other aren't in there. So what's up?
I mean, I think the biggest alarm right there was seeing Curtis Samuel because he did miss minicamp. I don't think people knew that maybe, in the off season, I don't think people knew about a surgery that he was recovering from. I don't believe. So it's kind of like, was it a groin? Is that what he's out with right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that can linger, and you're trying to get into shape, which I'm sure they all, they're in better shape than before. But if he's not able to do everything, a little bit right now, as they're having to take it easy, it's a little bit concerning. Obviously, the team right now is downplaying it. They're telling the reporters not a big deal, but I think it's concerning. For Greg Stroman's situation, dude, you got to get on the field. If you want to make this team, you can return punts. You did it at Virginia Tech, but you're in a numbers game. You got to get on the field if you're going to play. And I'm curious. And Cornelius Lucas with the COVID, I don't know what that means. I don't know if they've explained. Like, does he have it? Is he just in close contacts? Like,
they were saying he's on the reserves list, and essentially it's pending, waiting to see what if it's positive or negative when he gets a test back. So it's kind of like they're just being precautious, just keep you away from these people just in case.
I'll add to that. So the amount of time that he'll be gone it depends on if he has a vaccine or not.
Right.
So if he's like if he has COVID and he doesn't have the vaccine, then he's gone for 10 days at least. And then if he has the vaccine, I believe it's only a week that he'll be gone. So it's just a difference between the two, man.
Yeah. And that's, again, like you said, that can hit. And if that rears his ugly head, Ab, and I'm coming to you, Ab, you talk about, Will, were you finished?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Ab, I'm coming to you, and you were talking about, how that could potentially, that's like an injury. That takes you off of the field, and a lot of these guys, especially now, need to be on the field. And one of the things that we talked about in the group chat is Matt Ioannidis and Chase Young both came with masks. Should we be worried about that, or is that just maybe precaution, or what do you think, Ab?
So, especially with our team, we for the Washington football team, we have the lowest percentage of players that that's gotten the COVID-19 vaccination, and so I think we are under a microscope, like nationwide. We're under a nationwide microscope pretty much, and everyone's looking down at us. So basically there's everyone knows that if you are unvaccinated, then you need to wear your mask wherever you go, blah, 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 blah. And that's fine and everything like that, but that also leads to assumptions. So, basically, we're the worst team, COVID vaccination wise. So that means everyone in the mask automatically hasn't received the vaccine, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not right.
No.
So, so to me, I actually think that it's a precaution thing, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just can't assume that every player that has a mask hasn't got the vaccine. So to me, I believe that maybe it's a cautious thing, like Ron Rivera, you know what I'm saying? Just because he knows several people that got the vaccination, he's not gonna take off his mask just for that reason. And especially in Washington, like I'll move to our baseball team. Our baseball team got lit up with COVID. And they just had to, I don't even know if they canceled it or rescheduled it or what, but Trey Turner in the middle of the game got pulled out because they said you got COVID out.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they did testing today. 12 people in the Nationals organization has COVID, but they said 4 players and 8 staff. That's crazy, man. Right. And that's and please, like, just didn't they have a situation earlier in the year too?
Season was delayed because of it.
Like, what are we doing? Right. Come on.
Well, in this situation, they said one of the players is definitely not vaccinated, but some of the others are vaccinated. But that's like what you're saying is like even vaccinated right now, this variant's being spread. You know, like everyone should be masking up again because
that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Vaccinated or not, you can still get this joint. And like, you know what I'm saying? And with a team that has such low numbers of vaccinations, why would you feel comfortable without a mask anywhere in that organization? Hell, anywhere in the city. Like, how do you feel comfortable at all without a mask?
Listen, I live in South Carolina. There's no COVID here. COVID's been gone. It was here for a month, and then COVID went away. Okay?
God, that's what they're telling you.
So like, oh my. So like, I go in. I was at the vet yesterday, and I'm the only person in this place with a mask on. Everyone's looking at me, and I'm like, I'm still wearing my mask. So sue me. Like, get off me. Maybe I don't trust you. Maybe I don't know where you've been. You know. But you know, Ab, it's so funny that you said I was going to wait with my DC thing, and you already went there. I said I was when we were going to talk about the Rappaport video. I'm like, what is up with Washington DC and COVID? Yeah. We got one president saying it doesn't exist and to not worry about it when he almost died from it. We got another president whose administration saying we're not going to tell you who in the White House has it. You don't need to know that if we get it or don't. You don't need to know that. We got the hockey players, all those Russians. They got suspended like twice during the season for getting it. They got it twice. We've got a baseball team that keeps getting suspended, keeps getting hit with COVID. Like, what is up with the DC in the area and sports teams and people in this? Like, come on.
I don't know.
It is concerning. It's really concerning. I know we've got a segment later, but like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Maryland was one of, like, you know, I don't know, you guys don't live in Maryland, so they made a lottery for people with vaccines. Like, if you got a vaccine, you got put into a lottery to so they were bribing mugs trying to get this
$100 a shot. People would get paid for this.
I want to tell you, man, like, people are getting paid.
They are. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Kat's parents live in West Virginia. And you know, out there, they're like, I don't need no mask. Yo, I am not lying to you. One lady got like a new Ford F-150 truck. Like, they are that desperate. They gave her a new 2021 F-150 truck. And she's like, I already got a joint. But she was like, all right, I'll get vaccinated for that. I was like, can I move down here? Let me get vaccinated. I've already got it, but I'll take another one. Come on. Like, that's crazy. I mean, come on now. But they're getting desperate. And you know what? And Ab, you've documented multiple times on the show how what happens if Montez Sweat or Chase Young or Matt Ioannidis gets it. That whole defensive line room is potentially wiped out. Well, that's the same case with the we don't know what's going on with Cornelius Lucas. But we cannot afford to have our own line wiped out. You know what I mean? On my mock draft, or my mock 53-man roster,
enough guys on there.
We got like 20 guys, so we're good.
We'll be fine.
We'll be good on mine. But you guys, I'd be worried about. But this and guys, we are going to discuss this a little bit later because, like these guys alluded to, Coach was not happy. He's beyond frustrated about it. We're going to look at the interview and his remarks. And, hey, he has every right to be. And as we've seen, as Will was talking about, it's not just, the comments aren't just reserved for football people and analysts. It's also celebrities and comics and everybody else weighing in on this thing because Ron Rivera is well beloved. People love him. He went through cancer, which has taken so many lives, and now you aren't even getting the vaccine. But we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, we got to move on to the longest running segment on Washington Football Weekly. Like it, love it, or
hated it.
Yes, sir. And hey, this week on Like It, Love It, or Hate It, we have to talk about some things that we've talked about. We actually brought this up last week in the last couple weeks about who we need to re-sign, who we need to extend. And one of the people that we discussed and we went into detail about was Jonathan Allen. And ladies and gentlemen, we have signed he signed that contract extension, 4 years, $72 million. Will, like it, love it, or hate it, man.
I love this. And I had to do some research on this because, we've talked about what are we going to do with this defensive line? Who are we going to sign? Can we really re-sign all 5 or 6 of the contributors that we have? And you can't. So it's like, how do you determine between Allen and Ioannidis and Payne and Settle, like who gets the extensions? And maybe Allen is a little bit because he's first one. But there's a couple things I love about this. First off, let's take the Homer part of me. He's from Ashburn. Yep. He's a local kid. He went to Stonebridge High School. That's cool. That's nice to have someone local like that. That's a great story. He's also a culture changer. Dude is from a successful high school program, went to a super successful college program where he learns about, what it takes to be a professional there at Alabama. And he comes here, and I think he's going to help, change the culture of what is acceptable, what does he expect from his teammates. He doesn't talk that much, but I think he does a lot more based on his actions. I loved last year what he said. He talked about the media makes out whether you're doing a 4-3 or 3-4, what position is he playing? He said, y'all make too big a deal of this. My job, I get paid to whoop people's asses, and that's what I'm going to do. Like, that's the type of guy you want on your team as one of your leaders and respected, and I think that's what it is. He's durable, except for his rookie year where he had that Liz Frank injury. He is always out there. He's versatile. Like I said, he played 4-3, 3-4. He can play the DN if you need to. But he's a D tackle. He can be a pass rusher. He can be a run stuffer. He'll do what the team asks. And where's Anton for this, man? He is moral support. He is a leader on this team. Mm-hmm. He is a respected guy in that locker room, and guys, follow him. The last reason why I love this, and one of our listeners, Jack, talked about it at one point. He said about his pass rush ability. And I read or I heard yesterday how he was ranked 8th in the league in pass rush win percentage, meaning the amount of times he gets past his guy and gets up. And what that does is that's preventing the quarterback from stepping up. Yep. So the quarterback has to stay there. And what is that doing? Those 2 stud defensive ends who are coming around the corner, he's keeping that quarterback there. So he's making his D ends better. He's getting pressure. Like, this is, reading all this, hearing all this, he was the right guy to sign, and I'm glad he's going to be with us for another 5 years because it's an extension. Yeah. So he's going to play this year at $10 million. Then the contract goes in. So that's fantastic. Got him when he's in his prime. Sorry, that was a lot.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, that was good. Hey, Ab, we've talked about it. We talked about it the last couple weeks about who we should get to, and we're going to talk about another guy that you actually said we need to get to. But this guy, what do you think about us? The contract extension?
So honestly, I see a lot of questions online. Everyone's like, "Well, why didn't we sign Sheriff before we signed Jonathan Allen?" I'm like, "Okay, shh, I'm about to explain it for you." Okay, so Sheriff did not want to sign his contract, and you have a deadline when you have a franchise when the player signs a franchise contract. You have a deadline, July 15th. July 15th was the time, like the exact last moment, I believe at 4 o'clock. Everything's at 4 o'clock in the NFL. Right. Until 4 o'clock, July 15th, to sign a brand new contract for an extension to be with this team. Brandon Sherry said, nah, Okay, and that was the whole point. And that's why he did not get signed with us. He had his moment. Now, since it's obviously after July 15th, we got to move on. And honestly, when we talked about it a few weeks ago, we even said the priorities: Brandon Sheriff, Jonathan Allen, and then we're going to get to to be determined. Okay, we're going to get to be determined in a minute. But I'm just saying, Jonathan Allen, since he's on his 5th-year option, we got to get this deal done now. And honestly, you don't the one thing that I used to hate about this team, we never signed our own guys. 2, we always waited until they show the hell out, and then they're a free agent, and then we have this commotion. Like we could have signed Kirk Cousins. I mean, I don't know if I want him right now, but we could have signed Kirk Cousins before he got too expensive. You know what I'm saying? And we didn't do that. We waited. And to me, I like it to be in the front office. You got to be able to gamble and to analyze at the same time. It's like an educated guess. You got to be able to do that, and we haven't done that. We're not known to do that, and for us to do it back to back, that is phenomenal to me. I love this. I love it. It's just going to, and just like Will said, it's only $10 million this year. $10 million, bro, and we still, and just from what I see, we still got $14 million in cap right now. So it might be another move. Might be another move, y'all. So I just want to let y'all know there might be another move before the year starts. So
let's get it.
Popcorn ready.
Yes, I love that. I love it. Yo, guys, I'm with both of you. I absolutely love this. And the best part about it, like Will stated, it's only $10 million this year. We got him, and I'm so glad that we have him. We got Ioannidis coming back, and we have him on that team-friendly deal. Like, having these guys, getting them for cheap. You talked about how they're Jonathan Allen, Will, you talked about how he's able to control that middle and do the dirty work in that middle. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily show in the stats, but when you see Montez Sweat and Chase Young coming up the field, and that quarterback can't get out because of what they're doing in the middle, come on now. And we're getting guys that, I love this. I absolutely love this. But ladies and gentlemen, I love this, but I don't love it as much as I love this next move. I'm coming to you because you alluded to it. Washington re-signs Logan Thomas, tied him 3 years, $24 million. Ab, you called it. Talk to us, man. What's up, Ab?
I mean, I don't like to say I told you so. That's a lie. I love saying that.
You love that, right?
I love that shit, bro. But no, for real, man. Like, this was the third person. This was TBD right here. Like, honestly, Logan Thomas, like, to me, this was his last year. And he just had a breakout season last year. 72 receptions, 800, 900 yards. Bro, for a tight end that's not Kelsey or a Kittle, that is phenomenal, bro. Like, and you can't tell me anything about this not being a good thing. Like, he's dependable, he's tough, he cracks people. He doesn't just catch the ball, bro. He cracks people. I don't know a quarterback alive that really does that. Like, let me rewind a little bit. He was a quarterback at Virginia Tech. He was a quarterback in high school in Northern Virginia. This man cracks people, bro. Like, he dominates people. Like, he's not scared of the nitty gritty. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's what kind of like separates him from the top tier of the tight end pool and everything like that. To me, we got a great deal, and it didn't break our backs. This is $8 million compared to the 15 something million that all the other tight ends are getting, bro. And I want to say this too: Jonathan Allen's deal isn't that expensive either. Like, y'all can't it's It's good, but it's not like $100 million for 5 years. Like, he's not getting $20 million a year. Like, this is like, he obviously is thinking about the future too. He's thinking, the reason I'm good is because of the people around me. And I need to save a little bit for them when the time comes. And honestly, he's like the little that he did not, because he could have held out. He could have done a Brandon Sheriff and said, "Look, the next year y'all getting like a raise and 200, like the salary cap's getting raised to 200 million, da 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 da." Like, been like, next year I would have been y'all would have franchise tagged me and I would have been worth 20 million easy on the franchise tag. So like, he could have done that, but he didn't. And I'm happy about that. Happy about this deal. Honestly, we're moving in the right direction. We're doing like healthy team actions. Like, this is healthy as a team to do. You locate the guys that are actually the nitty gritty guys, the guys you want to build a base around. You pay them, and that brings everybody else to your team. That makes that makes them want to play the game with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I have great take in. And hey, like you said, had we hit Kirk Cousins, got him earlier, maybe that would have worked. And then if you think about the second year that we franchise tagged him, we took everything from him. He had no weapons or anything. So you go back and you look at Logan Thomas, and you see how amazing he played this past year. But I think you hit the nail on the head, is that he's versatile. He was quarterback all the way up through college, and a solid quarterback at that. He can run, he can pass, he can do what he needs to do. So the fact that he can pick up this position, do as well as he's doing, and I'm glad that we got him at the price we got him at. But then the fact that you have that he is that Swiss Army knife, that you can run the what's called the read option, or you can run the wildcat with him, and they have to respect that because he has that ability. This was a great move. You talked about it last week. Get him now. Will, you were talking about it as well. We want to make sure we can snatch him up, because if he has an amazing year this year, that thing's going through the roof. You talked about how those guys are 14, 15, 16 mil at tight end, and if he gets that head that big, we don't need that. So let's get him now, get him for cheap, let it work for us. Will, what do you think? I love it. So, Will, what do you think?
I mean, I like it. Like you guys said, successful teams are able to re-sign their own guys. And if you can re-sign, if you've got a first-round pick who wants to stay here, that's huge. If you discover somebody, like they discovered Logan Thomas, and then you're able to re-sign that guy, that's huge.
Yes.
I initially wasn't in love with the signing, with the extension. And I'll tell you, part of the reason I wasn't was when I looked at how much he was going to make. I think his value is higher today than it will be in free agency. And I don't think it has anything to do with not him as a player. And I'm not knocking this part as a player. I think our offense is not going to feature him this next year as much as it did last year. I think we had to throw the ball to him. So I think his stats are going to go down. However, that doesn't excuse what he brings to the table. And one of the things you talked about, Ab, is he is good in first the run, and he is good in the pass. And it's one of those situations where it's not like we got Jordan Reed out there and you're like, well, we know on the right side, he's going out for a pass. Or like when we had Logan Paulson out there and you say, this dude is another offensive lineman. He is not going out for a pass, So you don't know what he's going to do. But I went and looked at the contracts right now to see, okay, well, how does his match up? And he is right in line. He's $1 million more than guys like Tyler Higbee, Jack Doyle, and Nick Boyle of the Ravens. And I'm totally cool with that type of like price comparison. I wouldn't want to be making the top dollars like you said, because I think we're going to spread the wealth around this year on offense. And I think he's definitely going to be a solid contributor. So I think it was a great move by them.
Yes, exactly. So, hey, I'm eager to see, what happens with these guys. Now we have two of these guys that are solid pieces, solid cogs in this machine. I'm eager to see, now that we have them, they're not worrying about contracts. They're not worried about money, like you said, guaranteed money. They're not worried about that. They have their stuff. Now let's just play. I think I was watching when I was waiting for training camp to come out. they had an interview with Logan Thomas, and that was one of the things he said. He got the deal done. He's great. He's in Washington. He likes what's going on here, and now he can actually start seeing other things about, like, start, staying at certain places, start enjoying himself, as opposed to, I'm not on a contract. I gotta earn. Now he's like, okay, good. We're here. Let's go. So I'm absolutely about it. And I think, honestly, the only thing that continues to worry me are the two things that we brought up multiple times. Ab, you talked about it multiple times on the show. Injuries. We do not want that. And the only other thing that keeps rearing its ugly head, that damn COVID. And we've been having the conversation. And like I alluded to earlier, it's not just football players. It's not just coaches and analysts that are mad about it, but even celebrities. Controversial comic, Michael Rappaport actually in a video had some very, very choice words for Washington players that refused to get vaccinated. And essentially what he was saying, I like this because they need to be called out, just to say, hey, look, your coach last year, who you guys rallied behind and said, we're doing it for coach, we're doing it for him, he has cancer, he's still got this issue. Like, he's more susceptible. And yet, you guys are still, now you don't care. Now you don't, oh, my buddy told me, oh, my friend told me, so I'm not going to get it. You're not even doing your own research. Shout out to my guy, Nathan Snell, who just went off on this topic last night. And we're going to talk about it more in the next subject. But, Ab, I'm coming to you. You've seen the video. Guys, I'm not going to play the video. He did have some pretty raunchy language in the video, but it got to the point. If you watch it, you'll understand. Ab, what do you think of this? What do you think of what he was saying and everything?
So Michael Rappaport is a Giants fan, I believe, right?
I don't know.
I think he's a New Yorker, so I want to say he's a Giants fan.
That would be
and so but he definitely, like, what he was saying wasn't like some hate stuff. It was like literally. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I just got done saying I love saying I told you so. I love calling hypocrisy out too. This is some hypocrite shit right here, bro. Like this team, you can't one season be like, we're doing it for coach, man. Like man, we're all about our coach, and then literally you're making them look bad, one, and then two. Like he's like a parent ashamed of his kids right now, bro. Yep. And like it's just like he's like it's very upsetting. It's because like you guys said that this was about for him. Like you guys are going to do everything, and that was why we shitted on Dwayne Haskins. It's because he kept going out and he kept putting coach in danger. And like literally, I really believe that's why he got released. It's because he was just oblivious to COVID and how it would affect coach, and how closely these two men will work together and be on each other's face and how everybody else's face. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really believe that's what got him released. And that's what the team is doing right now. This team is literally just saying, we're going to Dwayne Haskins you. And like, I understand about what's like, because it's one thing to have your opinion, and I understand. And Coach said it on a press conference earlier too, and I've been saying it too. You're not getting it for yourself. You're getting it to protect others around you. And he wasn't even talking about himself, even though he was talking about himself. It wasn't about him. This shot isn't about the people that are getting the shot. And I understand everyone's selfish. Everybody's like, it's my body, my choice, blah, 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 blah. But you get the shot so you don't give that's what the hope is that you get the shot so you don't give it to somebody else.
Right.
I just can't believe we have this many people on our team that are just like basically contradicting how they were last year. I don't understand it. I don't believe it. And honestly, how your personal choice of get this shot, of not getting this shot, could affect your coach. Like literally, the person that put you all together, kept you guys as a team together and developed a different culture. Pretty much the only person saving this team right now, and you guys are just saying F you. Like what?
Yeah.
Like it just doesn't make sense to me. Like I understand personal choice, but it's not like getting the shot is not about you. It's about protecting people around you.
Right. You say, hey, well said. Absolutely, well said. Will, how do you feel, man? This is.
I mean, I watched the video of what he said and went, "Yep."
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go.
But you know what, Ab, you said he's not wrong. No, he's not. He's spot on in everything that he's saying, and you're spot on in everything that you're saying. It's hypocritical and it's sad. Yeah. And I'll be honest, I'm tired of hearing this bullshit coming from the players right now. I'm tired of hearing this personal choice, this bullshit. And I'm. What more can the NFL do? You know, I mean, they've brought in protocols. They've now that last week on Friday they said they're going to fine the shit out of you if you get COVID, and if you have to forfeit a game, we're going to forfeit a game, and you're going to pay lose money. What more can they do? You know, I kind of, especially with this new variant right now, I'll be honest, my office, we're all working from home, but some folks in our office, it went vaxxed to vaxxed to vaxxed in a household. It went from a vaxxed person at the beach together to a vaccinated person to a vaccinated person. So it's even shown that even with the vaccine, this variant can be spread. And it can spread much easier if you're not vaccinated. Part of me wonders, because this is a big deal for the NFL. I mean, this is their business. Are they going to let themselves let this be a train wreck? I start to just wonder, is the NFL at some point going to step in and say, you know what, we're taking care of this right now. We are going to mandate, if you want to play this year, you're going to have to get this. Because didn't the NBA get through their season pretty easily? Mm-hmm. I don't follow the NBA.
I don't know how many tests. Yeah, I don't know how many cases they might have, but from what I heard, they got through.
You rarely heard about a case in the NBA.
Yeah, rarely. So one sport got through. Hockey, I mentioned a little bit with the Capitals, but they got through a season. Things are up until right now, Major League Baseball has been getting through it, and maybe this variant's slightly different, or maybe this variant is going to be the thing that says the NFL is going to come in and say, that's it. Yeah. We're taking over now. This is a business. You are employees of this business, and this is what it's going to take to play. Because I don't know what more they can do.
Yeah, and it's hitting their wallets. That's when it's making the biggest effect. It's affecting the bottom line. Ab, you actually talked about it on another show about how this year they had to bring down the salary cap and all that. They're losing the money. And this next year they're going to get it back, but they need to make sure they get through this season. We talked about it. Yeah, we have to do. We talked about it. NBA has gotten through. They got through in the bubble. They got through again this past season. These other sports have gotten through, but it hasn't become an issue. And I think one of the big issues, the only reason I can't 100%, you know how diehard I am, but I can't 100% prescribe to the Super Bowl thing, Ab. The only reason is because I'm not worried. I'm not necessarily fearing injuries as much, but I feel like this is something that can rear its ugly head. You've mentioned it before, Ab. This is something that we're sitting here in a playoff run, and this could just derail us. I think this could potentially do what no team could do. I feel that strong about it. I agree with what we're saying. I mean, and guys, if you don't think this is serious, we just found out today Lamar Jackson tested positive. You know what I mean? Think about if somebody like that on our team tests positive. We talked about Chase Young, maybe Terry McLaurin, Fitzpatrick, Gibson. What happens if they test positive and then that room that's it. They're out. So we're not going to be able, we're not yet at that time, I believe, able to come back from that kind of a devastating loss of players and guys on the field, and God forbid we have to forfeit a game. I mean, we were struggling to win, 7 last year, so we don't need to be forfeiting any games this year. That's what it is. But and just to keep going into that was like love it, hate it. Just to keep going into this, we alluded to it multiple times. How we were talking about how coach ain't happy, and to quote him, he's beyond frustrated. And I got to shout out my guy Nathan Snell, because he seemed a little beyond frustrated at some of the comments. Some of the comments that coach was out there saying, and then TJ Ward commented back. So I'm gonna show you what he had to say last night.
And correct me if I'm wrong, the type of cancer that Coach Rivera had, it's a type of skin cancer. So in other words, pretty much he's saying, well, if you don't like it, go quit your job. Really? Oh, I cannot wait to hear Sean, Abs, Will Kramer, Antoine Benton, if he's on the show, Mr. Moral Support. I can't wait, because I really want to hear what they got to say. And shout out to Nathan. And a little fired up. He also mentioned 3 of the 4 and said one if they're gonna be on the show. So a little foreshadowing. That's what I was laughing at. But I'm gonna go ahead and play the interview, because what he was talking about was TJ Ward of the Broncos corner. He actually replied back to some of the things and talk kind of about the lifestyle of coach, and how there's some other issues, and how he shouldn't be kind of getting on these young guys and how they feel. And they went back and forth, and that's kind of what Nate was talking about. I'm gonna play the interview of what coach said, and then when we come out of it, I'm gonna come to you guys.
I'm beyond frustrated. I'm truly frustrated. I'm beyond frustrated. And part of it is, and the reason I walked in with the mask on is, I'm immune deficient. Okay, so with this new variant, who knows? So when I'm in a group and the group's not vaccinated, or there's a mixture, I put the mask on. And I do that, for health reasons, because nobody really knows. And so I have to do that. And I just wish and I hope that our guys can understand that. We'll see how it goes, but I hope we can get to these guys, get them to understand. Really, it's not just for them, but it's for the people around them, and that's the thing that I think hopefully will get their attention, is that it's not just about them, but the folks around
them. So Will, I'm coming to you. This guy fought for his life last year. This guy, we've all heard the stories about how he was taking IVs in the locker room. He has every right to be pissed off at these guys. How do you feel about that? Because it seemed tame. That's angry for him, but that seemed tame.
No, that's a lot of emotion that Ron showed there. That he was allowing himself for the whole country to see what he truly feels about this. Yeah. This is a big freaking deal, and I think it's not just a big deal about his health. I think he's also frustrating for the reasons that we see. Is he recognizes this has a chance to derail the season from a football standpoint, from everything they've been building all off season to now this has a chance to be a big deal. And he says we gotta get to these guys, get them to understand, and that's where it's like, what more can you do? You all brought in a specialist before minicamp to talk to these guys, to explain that, I think it was an epidemiologist saying this is how this works. Some of the things you're hearing is false. You don't need to be concerned about, the vaccine and what it might do to you. You're not going to grow a third arm, it's here to protect you. The one thing I took from his dad, I believe it was, or he was pressed a little bit more, and this is, I think, why the players love Ron, is he was asked, well, who's gotten it and who's not? He said, I'm not gonna give you that information.
Right.
Like the fact that this is such a big deal that he's furious about it to these guys, but he's not going to put their business out there. I think I mean, we all already believe that he's got great character, but I think it really shows. I think it's a big deal that he's just like, nope, we're keeping that in house,
Right.
and we'll deal with it ourselves. But yeah, I mean, it's a huge deal, and I don't know what more they can do.
Yeah,
No.
you can't. But some people you can't show them. Some people you can sit here and give them every bit of information, every bit of fact. You can have them have people pass away right around them, and they still aren't gonna see it. They're not gonna see it. This man, you said it. He's created a culture in Washington that is just on the right path. We're on the up and up. Let's not forget that we were 3-13 2 years ago with absolutely no hope. I mean, we looked awful. You know what I mean? And this last year, and then the expectations of this year, he's created that culture. And you know what else? He's a buffer from everything that's from Dan Snyder. He's sitting here like, this is my team. You leave me alone. I've got this. He's controlling. And I love that he kept it in-house. But Ab, what do you think, man? How you feel about his comments?
So he kept it in house, but I believe it has to be some kind of HIPAA violation if he discloses who's vaccinated and who isn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be. That's like, yeah, man. That like, so I mean, that's very smart on his part, kind of thing. So, but to me, my biggest concern is that this is a potential locker room divider, bro, and this isn't what we need at all.
Yeah,
like Ron Rivera spent like a year bringing everybody together, and this literally, and especially with everybody, like with the low number that I think we just got to like 50% or something like that. Maybe I'm not sure the exact numbers, but it, like, literally think about it: half the team vaccine, half the team unvaccinated. And then the vaccine people are telling the unvaccinated to get the shot, and then they're like, "You're just a sheep." Like, just you can, like, you know, just like the dumb shit right there. Like,
yeah,
how easily can that split a locker room, bro?
Yeah,
and that's what we don't need. And and I understand. Like, I've already said everything about the vaccine and being vaccinated and everything like that, but the after effect of this is like, or just to look at it a little bit deeper, it's just a split on the locker room, and we don't need that. We do not need to be separated in opinion and in a situation where we're just trying to protect each other in the first place, and especially from a standpoint of who's vaccinated. We're just trying to protect you guys and protect everyone, protect the team. But I also see just the other guys just being like, it's my body, blah, 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 blah. I definitely can. I can see that point too. It's just, it's selfish to me, but I'm nobody. It's, you are your own man. Do what you need to do. It's just, don't say nothing when your choice affects, like, the Nationals is a prime example of what can happen if they don't own this. You know what I'm saying? And we're supposed to be a team, and it just shows that we're not one yet.
Yeah, honestly, and I honestly think I just have this bad feeling that we're gonna have a great year, and something like this is gonna rear its ugly head, and it's gonna be a situation kind of like NC State. We brought them up a couple weeks ago in the College World Series, where they weren't able to go further and something like that. It's gonna be something where it's like you said, it's a locker room divider, and the people that aren't doing it are going to be defiant. This is my choice, my body, all this stuff, and it's totally, you're losing track of team. And now it's becoming me, and this and that, and that's going to divide it. Like, I really feel like we're almost fragile right now. You know what I mean? We have a lot of positions, a lot of things. We have a lot of guys that look good, but we're a couple injuries away from being back to that 7-9 team. You know what I mean? And something like this that could destroy you by just the variant and just the actual COVID-19, but can also destroy you on the politics of who decides who wants to, who doesn't, like you were talking about. Like you said, we're too young for that. We're not ready for that. We're not defined. We don't have that number one leader that's saying, "Hey, come together. We're a team." We're divided right now. And like Fitzpatrick said in the interview, there's a healthy, young, vibrant locker room. But with comes youth, sometimes comes stupidity. Sometimes comes selfishness. You know what I mean? You're not going to tell me I can't go out here to X, Y, and Z. I worked my butt off. I ran for 1,000 yards. You can't tell me I can't go to this place or that or this and that. And I hate it because, gosh, we have so much potential. We talk about how excited we are for this. Like, really? Like, part of me, I played that. Does that make me crazy when you said that? But part of me is like, I mean, we put up a fight against the Super Bowl champs last year. You know, I think we could have beat the Saints. You know, we could have made a little run. If we had these pieces together, I just feel so good and so strong about it. And I'm like, that would be our luck. That would be the finishing bits of the Redskins name curse just seeping out of us. Like,
you know what I think?
What you think?
I got a theory.
Let's go. Yes. What you got, man?
So we sort of talked about it on our chat about like, oh, is this going to affect, the players, or like could someone be cut? I think this is going to impact the roster. And if you are any bubble player, you better be vaccinated.
Yep.
Because if you're one of those guys, especially who like is going to be on the inactive list, your ass better not be the one bringing COVID to Redskins Park.
Yep.
To Joe Gibbs Drive, as it is now.
Yes.
Like, you better, when you're picking between this guy and this guy, and you could go either way, Greg Stroman versus Danny Johnson is the fifth corner, they're going to pick the guy who's vaccinated because they got to eliminate the risk.
Yeah.
Reduce the risk.
Ooh-wee.
And I'll jump on that too. It's because I was actually thinking the same thing. Like, what if one of their core players does Dwayne Haskins? What are we gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and like I said, my theory on that is Dwayne Haskins got released because of the dumb stuff that he was doing. Yeah. So people that aren't vaccinated, I just feel like they're going to be defiant also.
Yeah.
And especially away games and everything like that, it's just like, let's go out of town and be us. But I think one of the NFL rules is that you can't even do shit when you go out. Like when you are away, like you can't even do you need to stay in your room and that's it. Kind of. Yeah. Like, so what if one of our players is defiant and it was just like, you know what, I'm a man. It's not even federal law for me to be in my room, and they do it and get caught. That's tough choices right there, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How do you handle it if it's, these guys have, McLaurin, if it's Chase Young?
Right.
How do you handle if Gibson pulls that? How do you handle that?
Right. And
there is a double standard. There is a different set of standards for players. There absolutely is.
Definitely
but
is.
You know what?
Definitely.
This is real life, folks. Like, this is a business. Like, yeah.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, right. Sorry about that. You got to go. Dang, that's going to be interesting. It's going to rear its ugly head. Got to shout out Anthony Handy. What up, fellas? Just showed up to the party. Talk about my man Ab looking like a light-skinned Lil Yachty. What's good, my dude? Yes, sir. Wait a second. Getting caught sneaking off to Magic City. I went for some wigs. Yes. He said, I needed those wigs. Absolutely. Yo, definitely. Yo, actually, matter of fact, but we gonna get to the fantasy football thing real quick. While I got him on here, I got to shout out my guy Anthony Handy, was most famously known as somebody that you represent, that you actually went to the same school with.
Yes, sir.
My man over here. Sometimes you might see him with Skip. Yeah. My man, the Shay Sharp, Uncle Shay is in the
yeah. Hey, Sean, we thank you for having us on the show.
Right.
My man Anthony called me up. We called him Marcus back in the day when he was at school. He used to walk around, always had on his shirt and tie. I saw him out there pledging with the Alphas doing the little 06 thing or whatever. I was too busy playing football, riding around the campus in the Benz that my brother Sterling bought me. But we ain't gonna talk about that because we used to go back over to the dormitory. The girls come over, we do a little something do something. See, Club Shay been around for a long time, Sean. Just want to let you know that. Dawg, we used to have a good time. You couldn't tell me I wasn't doing big things on that campus, man.
Oh, I love that.
That's too funny.
Gotta shout out my guy Anthony Handy, getting it done, man. Check out that NFL Let's Talk Football Season preview, Atlanta Falcons, that I did with him. Yo, it's 2 hours, but ladies and gentlemen, you will laugh your butt off. Yes, I know it was long, but this man is a man of 1,000 voices. He does Cat Williams. He did some Bill Cosby. That might be touching to some people. You know what I mean? He did Shannon Sharp.
He almost did Sean correctly, but I had to correct him. He almost did Sean correctly, but I had to correct him real quick.
He had the teeth. He didn't get the teeth out there. He need to smile. Yo, but real quick, we're coming towards the end of the show. But ladies and gentlemen, we've alluded to it all show. Football season is back. And one of the best parts of football season, ladies and gentlemen, is fantasy football. Yeah, buddy. And I'm already claiming it. The title's coming home, baby. The title's coming home. Let's get it. But yo, my man Ab set up the league. We got a host league. We got a fans one going. But in the host one, we're doing some seeding. So fantasy football seeding for the host league. Ab, take it away, my friend.
All right. So this is how we're going to do it. I named everybody, all the hosts, 1 through 8. And Sean and Will are going to give random names, and we're going to start from the bottom. I'm sorry, not random names, random numbers, and we're going to start from the bottom. So the first number Will's going to first. The first number Will picks is going to be number 8, 7, 6, and so on until we get to number 1. And then once so it goes faster. I'm just going to put the numbers in, and then that's when I'll release the order of the draft. Okay, sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now Sean, we're gonna try and name. I want you to see the challenge for us is naming obscure Redskins that wore this number. Okay.
Oh, obscure Redskins. Okay. Yeah. All right, bet. All right, you going first? Go ahead.
I can.
Yeah.
So I just pick a number. Is that right, Ab?
1 through 8, you pick a number.
Okay. I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna say quarterback, the guy who killed all the momentum in 2000. Quarterback Jeff George, number 3.
Ooh, I like that one. All right, my go.
Yeah, your go.
I'm gonna pick punter from the last Washington championship team, Kelly Goodburn, number 2.
I was gonna go there. I'm so proud of you. That's so deep to get that name. I thought I was gonna shock you with that.
Let's go.
Okay. I got another one. I used to watch this man, since we're on the subject of punters, kick it over higher than RFK. Punter, number 1, Reggie Roby.
Ooh, that is right. We did have Reggie Roby. Ooh, I like that. All right. He said obscure. He was 12. This guy wasn't obscure, but my friend said that. My friend Will said that Turf Toe ended his Hall of Fame career. Number 5, Heath Schuler, the congressman. The congressman.
All right. Okay. Which one do I have?
We have 4,
Mhm.
6, 7, and 8.
Okay. This guy, quarterback, my wife at the time, was all over because she was hot on Survivor. Tim Hasselbeck, number 8.
Number 8.
Wait a minute. Let me check this.
So the next 3 numbers,
Is
4,
that
6,
Anthony
or
saying
7.
is that Anthony commenting, saying I'm so proud of you? It just says Facebook user on here.
Yeah, it's Anthony.
Yeah. I'm proud of Sean for knowing that's some deep stats, deep players there. That's a true fan right there.
Oh yeah. Oh, believe that. Let's see. You said 4,
6, and 7.
4, 6, and 7. Trying to think who we had at 7. All right, I'm gonna go 7. I'm not gonna go off the beaten path. I'm gonna go with the Hall of Famer. No, I'm not gonna go with the Hall of Famer. I'm gonna go with the man that we've been talking about this episode, who's now playing for Pittsburgh. Well, no, he was 17. No, he was 7, right? Haskins, Dwayne Haskins, 7, number 7. Sorry, blocked him out. I blocked him out of the market.
I can only think of one player. I can't think of the other number, so I'm going to go with the dude that the old ball coach brought in to sling the ball around. Number 6, Shane Matthews.
Oh, Shane Matthews.
2. All right. Leftover number is number 4.
I'm trying to look up Heineke. Yeah, that's the only thing
I can't think of a 4.
I was looking John Beck because I didn't know if you. Who?
Huh?
Brett Favre?
Washington.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I definitely.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
I was thinking Heineke, and then I was thinking, what number was John Beck?
12.
Wasn't he? Oh, he was 12. Oh, okay.
That dude. Like, what do you?
I can't think of a 4 right now.
I can't think of it.
It got to be some type of punter.
I think
4. 5.
Okay.
Oh yeah, he was 5. Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be a punter.
All right. So we're good now.
Yeah. What's the ranking? What are we drafting here?
All right.
That's number 1.
Okay, we're starting from the bottom. Okay.
Yeah.
Number 8 is me. God damn it. So I'm 8. Number 7 is Janae. 6 is Anton. If he signs up.
Right. We got another person just in case he doesn't. So
all right. Well, we need to find out soon. Okay. All right. Number 6 is Anton. Number 5 is Nick.
Okay. It's like the NBA draft lottery here.
Here we go. All right. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Number 4, Sean.
Oh, come on. No.
Number 3, Nathan.
Wow.
I'm gonna get yelled by my wife.
And the number 1 in the fantasy football challenge is Will Eggplant. Will Eggplant is number 1, and Delilah is number 2.
Oh no!
I'm getting
Let's go! Yes! Oh, I love that. I love it. All right. 8 is Ab. 7 is Janae. 6, Anton, if you're here, or whoever's still in. 5 is Nick. 4, me. Work on some trades already. 3, Nathan. Number 2, Delilah. And the number 1 pick, Dub K. Will Kramer, man.
What was my number?
Your number was 4.
Oh.
Yeah, I kind of just randomly put them down, and that's what your number was.
Woo-wee. Oh, I love that.
I'm surprised you put 3. Like, I'm like 3. Like, who? I was like, right. No, man, nobody was gonna pick 3. 3 was, and then I put myself as 3, and I'm like, oh my god.
That was the first one. I was like, oh, dang.
I was like, oh.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Let's go.
But,
so,
let me. There's a little bit. It's
Talk to him.
fantasy with a twist, bro. So I mean, I'm just saying. I'm letting you guys know. There's a little twist in it. It's not going to be some easy stuff. So instead of, it's going to be 2 tight ends, 3 wide receivers. So y'all got to dig deep.
Yeah.
Deep into your repertoire.
Okay. That's good. Let's go.
Okay.
See,
Let's go.
It's not the same old.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all need to figure some stuff out. Okay.
Oh, I love this. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. I cannot wait. Ladies and gentlemen, be looking for that coming this fall. When's the draft? We were still talking about that?
We can discuss it, but okay. I think I put it for the first. That's right after the last cuts. So I put it for the first, but we can change it. It's flexible.
Okay. Yeah, I think that should be pretty straight. Also wanted to actually talk to you two about it. We also talked. Anthony Handy was on the show a little bit earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 5th. I wanted to ask you guys if you're going to be available on September 5th. I think that's Labor Day weekend. That's a Sunday.
It is.
Yeah. If you guys are available,
it's a Monday, I believe. Actually,
is that a Monday?
It's a Sunday.
It's a Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Sunday.
Yeah, the 6th is a Monday.
Okay. Yeah, so, you're right. My bad.
On the 5th, Anthony Handy and his partner on the Ball Pit podcast have invited us to kind of mesh with them because they always, at the beginning of the year, they do a season preview predictions video. So I told them, hey, we'd be down, do a predictions video, and then they go through the season, and at the end of the year, towards the playoffs, they go back and they look at where were they right, where were they wrong, some of that nature. So September 5th, they're looking to join in with us so we can go ahead and do that. Get everybody ready for the season that will start the 9th, which is that Thursday following, which is Tampa Bay and the Cowboys. Let's go, Tampa. Let's go, Tampa.
Tom Brady.
Let's go, Tom Brady. Exactly. Hey, and ladies and gentlemen, before we go, I definitely do want to send some shout outs to some of the people that I've been working with. I showed you my guy, Anthony Handy, doing the Falcons video. Got to shout out my other guy, Brandon Davis, who he wants to meet you because you and him love the same guy. And Brandon Davis was saying some stuff about Mr. Jameis Winston that I think you're gonna like.
But his first 5 years looked similar to another quarterback. You know, we might get a chance to talk about Jameis Winston. First 5 years, if we comparing stats. I'm not trying to say. I mean, you know, we're gonna get to it later. I'm not trying to say anything.
Hold up.
I'm just saying. A lot of people ain't talking about that. A lot of people ain't talking about that first 5 years.
We gonna break that up.
Whatever. But the injury he went with San Diego,
Yo, definitely check out that video I did with him on New Orleans Saints. The first 5 years of Bree's career and the first 5 years of Jameis Winston. If you go back and look at the numbers, they are actually fairly similar. Obviously, the one number that is vastly different, and I think it's like a 20 thing difference, is the interceptions. I think Jameis had like 80 and Breeze had like 61. But game-winning drives were 11. They were tied. Yardage, I think per game, Jameis had like 270 to Breeze's 220. You know what I mean? Touchdowns were fairly close. A lot of these things were close with those first 5 years. Now, mind you, the first 5 years of Drew Brees were in San Diego.
There you go.
You know, so it wasn't with Sean Payton. But still, That's something interesting. So check it out, because he feels like Jameis, just like you and Nathan said, will be the starter and a primetime player for the New Orleans Saints this coming year. And one other thing I wanted to shout out my girl Janae Strother. Let's Talk Football will be back this fall, and just for a little sneak peek.
Are you getting rid of these jerseys?
No, you're
not getting rid of the jerseys.
You see what it is.
Are you guys getting rid of your Washington Redskins jerseys? Or are you just gonna hang them out?
Look,
get the new Washington football team jerseys.
Right. If you are getting rid of it, I'm gonna give you my address. Go ahead and mail it to me, because I'm gonna rock all that stuff. I have a bunch of friends. One of my best friends, they heard that FedEx and all these major stores were stopping selling Redskins merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
He went out and started going on eBay and certain places and still picking stuff up just so he could have it. I mean, if they're not gonna have it, and that's true diehard. And I feel the same way.
Yeah,
you know,
man, because now your stuff is gonna be gone.
Right. Because you gotta think about it. Look at it now. We can't understand the gravity of it, but in 20, 30 years, people are gonna be like, Washington who?
Heck no, I paid for that stuff.
Right?
Hey, I can understand. You don't want to throw the jerseys away. I get it. But you think about it, the Washington Redskins, now the Washington football.
Yo, shout out to my partner, Janae Strother. That was a throwback to the first episode from season 3 last year, which actually was a year ago Monday that we jumped back into it and doing big. She's on vacation, but when she gets back in town, we will definitely be getting down. Hopefully I can make her wear another Redskins Washington jersey again this year. Oh yeah. Oh, we're gonna flash that back. We're gonna flash back that for sure. So yo, gotta show love to my guys, man. I'm here with the two coolest cats this side of the barn, baby. These guys, man, have always rock with me. I already shouted them out earlier, but anytime I get a chance to shout you guys out, I gotta do it. Yo, all the way from South Carolina, the hottest place in America for sure. I think I'm sweating from it right now. If you see, I know you see it. I didn't want to show that. Yo, gotta shout out my guy, South Carolina's eggplant from DBU, Will Kramer in the building. Yes, sir. And yo, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about my guy, America's Most Wanted, Mr. Moist, the shirtless wonder in the building. Avlo, yes, sir.
Bro, you're gonna stop. Why do we have the embarrassing names and you just like the deuce and everything like that? You're gonna call it Chief Meat, okay? How about that? Like, you keep calling us.
I got you. No, I got you. Look, hey, as they used to call me on the basketball court, because I sweat like a bigger man. Mr. Sweater is in the building. I am here for y'all. Yes. That definitely just happened. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're still with us, you got to see what happens under the arms during the show. But that's that's dedication, that's passion, that's love. I'm excited. Let's get it done. Let's go. Yo, we got to thank the people who are watching us, man. Wait. America's Most Wanted. Stop it, Skip. Anthony Handy, shout out to him. Yo, let's go. Toothy grin and finger pointing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what it is. Yo, gotta shout out Nate. Gotta shout out Delilah, who was watching us. No, or not Delilah. Wendy, who was watching us. I know you're excited. Got your quarterback today. We ain't gonna talk about that. But ladies and gentlemen, I do need you to check out my boy, Big Nate Talk Podcast. I need you to check out an episode, I think 2 episodes back. There was a conversation about Mr. Rogers that went to another level, ladies and gentlemen. I watched that thing and I was just cracking up. Y'all went hard. Yo, but hey, any chance we can get on this camera and show and talk about what we love, we're gonna do it. And guys, we are passionate about this. So forgive us. If we go hard, that's what it is, because we do the research. We spend the time watching this stuff. Ab, you made the comment on this show or another one. You spend more time doing this during the football season than with your kids. You know what I mean?
And I love my kids. My kids.
Right. So this is what we absolutely love doing. We love doing it. We love to bring this to you, and we love you guys interact with us. So we appreciate it so very much, man. So for myself, Mr. Sweater, South Carolina's Eggplant Dub K, and the Shirtless Wonder. Yes, Ab Low. Yo, we're gonna send you out on something I saw on Ab. He shared it earlier on Ab's page, and we're gonna send you out with this, man. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, you are special. You are loved. God loves you. We love you. If you don't hear today, you're beautiful. Hey, keep moving and grooving. Okay, keep moving and grooving. Peace, guys.
Good, then why does he allow all of these bad things to happen to us? You see, we ask ourselves this question: God, if you are so good, why are you allowing all of these things in my life to go wrong? But you see, there's one thing that we forget. In the Bible, it says, you may not know what I'm doing now, but later you will. You see, sometimes Christ cares more about our character than he cares about our comfort. So although we may not know the purpose now, later we will. You see, God sends his strongest soldiers to fight his biggest battles, and you, my friend, you are this strong soldier going through this battle in life right now. God may not deliver us through the storm that we're walking through, but I can promise you he'll be by your side through it all. So no matter what you're going through, keep your head high and keep pushing on, because God's got you. You got this.
Hello, everybody. Hey, what's going on, guys?
I am Janae Strother.
I'm Sean Spencer.
We are back.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
I gotta go out and hold up.
Come on. The line. The line. New man losing so fine. Kirk Cousins.
All right. I am Janae Strother.
I am Sean Spencer.
And this is Let's